Okay guys, before I begin, I just want to tell you that from here on now within this game, it is a Capcom-owned game. They have the rights. I am not the owner of this game. All Capcom. So, Sky/Mike here. Let's see what we got. That's right. I've been mentioning this for quite a few of Wolf's streams. Hey there, OBJECTION! Thank you, MCon. And that's right. I got the Ace Attorney Trilogy. Let's start with the beginning. Episode 1, first turnabout. I'm an attorney. Get ready for quality voice acting. And we're already getting started with a murder scene. This guy doesn't look like yay. Yep, we've already stumbled upon murder. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. Holy shit. I'll make it look like he did it. No, he's Indian, my friend. Alright, August 3rd, 9:47 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Yeah, one guy. His name is Lionel Hutz. There'll be somebody along the way. I'll make sure of it. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life! Everything! It's all over! I'm pretty good, MCon. How was WrestleMania? Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell him I'm guilty! Give me that death sentence! I ain't afraid to die! What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over! I'm finished! Finished! I can't live in a world without her! I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Yeah, he lost. But I'm happy Zane's back. Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me! Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy that arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. My brain was happy when he began to talk like a heap. Oh yeah, Sami Zayn. I'll see you in hell! Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school has something saying that when something smells, it's usually the butts. Damn right, man, you remember that saying! In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Rabble, 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 rabble. God, shut the fuck up! Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Yeah, there should have been. Also, I don't get Mojo Rawley and his new, oh look, I broke my mirror thing. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. I'll see about it, Bear. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. It's me. No, it's not. It's the Chief. No, it's not. It's my good friend. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. It's a bird raptor! Let me see it for myself. What do you think about Lars Sullivan actually debuting? This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read a case report cover so many times. It's, wait. Uh-oh. Ah! No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. What about the fact Lacey Evans is actually doing something now? I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R1 button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Well then. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death. Case of death, loss of blood due to blunt force trauma. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. I'll probably watch some YouTube gameplay of it. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt force object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Survival games, they're pretty nerve-pounding, that's for sure. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1 button to check the court record frequently. This is getting too chaotic. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Check it out, man. Ahem! Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet! Cleopatra and Mark Anthony! Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but she did not have a large income. Oh, it appears she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took her money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We could clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah. Larry is the way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Nope. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to the case. Oh. Dude, Nick! What do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! that you will get a little frustrated how many times you die in the game, but I've changed the settings in my co-op room. Ooh! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this! Jeez, Larry, calm the fuck down! Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is to clear it to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Oh, well, did you or did you not? Huh? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Fuck, Larry! Oh, he went. What do I do? Yeah, fuck it. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. God, shut the fuck up! Order! Lag. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill! She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. Whoa, you got a high-pitched voice. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making a gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. I said shut up! Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Yes. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Alright, testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he might be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment, and I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. Make judge restore Chinese accent. Nope. If there's a character with an accent, I will do it, but the judge is not one of them. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 o'clock p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. You seem nervous, Mr. Frank Sawit. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? Nah, the router had to tell you, loose wire. I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during the blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you expose the lies in the victim's testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. I love Harry Potter. Or is it your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the victim's face. Okay. Open the court record with the R1 button, and point out contradictions in the testimony. We should. Alright. Bring it on, Mr. Sawit. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing, and a man... I thought he was in hurry, the left door happened behind him. Getting a stranger looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I coiled in front and found myself unable to go inside. Okay, I'm gonna press you on that statement. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no. Nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. Okay, that's getting the press for sure. You thought to call the police? Doesn't that mean you didn't actually call them? Please, please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next? My friend likes Percy Jackson better. I've never read Percy Jackson. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. Why not? The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no. No, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you? Oh, that? I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call, and that phone wasn't working, correct? I'm mad now. I strongly disagree. What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Why use a public phone? Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And besides, being the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. Alright, what time did you call again? I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Time of death, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. You lose! You found a body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. I disagree. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death is sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Fuck off, Payne. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Solid, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Alright. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Okay, Solid, that's one blow to you. The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Blackout! Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Why do you always retry the message? I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. I don't know, honestly. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There's a voice saying the time. It's probably coming from the television. You lose! Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there is a blackout at the time of the discovery. I do plan on SSW, yes. And this record proves it. Oh. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Solid? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Solid, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That Indian man is such a liar. That and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Solid. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. I'm just waiting for him to say something that's on the ropes. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Fuck off with your name pun. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit his victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. I have to press everything. Actually, I didn't hear the time I press. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock. Mr. Solid is probably a murder, but what's with the name puns? A table clock? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? A table clock. Wasn't there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. Yeah, Mr. Butts and Mr. Solid. The murder weapon. The killer usually pursued his victim. That must have been what I saw. Break forth the statue. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now how is it this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solid. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like there's a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? I do. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Solid, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voices burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What do you want now, Payne? What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never, look, the clock, I heard no, I saw, I'm not impressed. Shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you! I saw him! He killed her and he should burn! Give him death! Shut up! Order in the court, I say! Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Solid heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding it. Let's sound a clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? Well, it's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Solid heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Solid, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing? Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case! He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it! I was so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Solid. I came all the way down here to testify, and look what happens! You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime! I almost had him. Hey, Diamond Knight. Woo! A murder! Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Solid! Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you still can't win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yeah, I can. Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. See this evidence that proves why the clock is running slow. Passport. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. So this must be West Coast, I guess. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Solid? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Shut up! Fuck up! Order! Order, I say! He just hyperventilated. Well, this case certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? I have something to tell you when you get on. Really, his name is Wright. Too many puns! He was arrested and was taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find a true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, well, I mean, I can still see all of them on the PS4, Bear. This is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. First case. Okay, who's laying confetti in the courtroom? We need someone to sweep up the court immediately. And with that, this court is adjourned. Now get me a broom and help me sweep the confetti off the floor. Turns out that Frank Solid was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Solid let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Solid grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew, still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've been seeing the trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Fuck off! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no! I mean, bad! Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. How? Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. What was Cindy Wendy? Cindy? No, that was just an affectionate way of saying his girlfriend's name. Ho! I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Oh no. Yo, Nick! Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry... Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay? Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right! What the heck is she talking about? I'm just talking about... This maybe? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? It's the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. And with that, right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink to toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer is because of him, right? Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it sure is good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. So with that, that's the end of episode 1. But you know what? I'm taking this to the full hour. I've got time. A brand new episode has been added. Episode 2. Turnabout Sisters. I'll continue on until we get to the hour point. Yes, I'll save. I just saved, but I'll save again. Okay, let's go. Fuck, that's loud. Phone call. Hello? This is Maya. Hey, Maya. It's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used out of my own place. Keep a note, guys. I won't be able to voice females to save my life. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. Do you want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot to buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker. And it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. No. You know I'm only teasing. Sharp. I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put in some papers instead. Papers? Isn't that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility it might just turn out that way, yes? But is it as sharp as a knife? That's not a knife! This is a knife! Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? It's not as sharp as a knife. I'll be in pre-trial until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded. Hey, Blake Allen. When I get back to SSW, your match is actually going to be first, because your match against Adam Cole and Dieter Erlach is the only worthwhile match on this episode of NXT. Alright, September 5th, 8:57 p.m., Faye & Co. Law Offices, because I can, Bear. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Yes. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed his papers. How could you know? You are not cogniferous in my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry. I'm very happy about it, Blake Allen. But I'm afraid I must ask for you once more for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Mia! Oh, and they killed Mia. Red, white, blue. Kurt Hawkins is not a loser anymore! Yay! September 5th, 9:08 p.m., Faye & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late! Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. The Edgeheads are back. They are. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Let's examine. Or you know what? No. Let's move. To the office. That smell. Blood. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Snake! Who are you? And she fainted. Well. A strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief. Let's examine. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic this became the murder weapon. Again. Look at the Chief. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The Thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. The Thinker. Added to the court record. There are some glass shards near the Chief's body. Must be pieces of a glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Broken remains of a glass light stand, broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. Piece of paper! It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? That piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. A department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police and find out what this girl was doing here. And a circular light stand. Some shards of glass, and a glass light stand. Let's move. Back to the door. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right over on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Hey! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Yeah, sure. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would she write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. I better hurry up and call the police. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I want to know. Excuse me, like I said, Bear, I can't voice females. Can you tell me what happened? I came in, the room was dark, and Sis... So she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? I know. This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes. It was that clock. It was the thinker. Well, you know what? I'm gonna give it to you. About the thinker. The thinker! That was... Oh, Sis! Probably shouldn't have asked her about the murder weapon. The glass shards. Check it out, I'm an attorney. I'm sorry, I've never seen that before. Glass shards? This was lying next to the chief. I know. I saw it there too. I thought there might be pieces of a light stand. Maybe. Never heard of a glass light stand before. I honestly don't know, Bear. Anything more to talk about? Nothing more. If I can go back to the office. Right! I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? That's a female. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. This is not good. Anything here? Fanco ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. So, that woman threatened to call the police. Let's get out of here. Sure enough, here they are. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! FBI, open up! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from a building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have... Whoa! Excuse me! Did word Maya here mean anything to you? That's the name. What? The victim drew this here knowing her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not your own case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out till the next morning. My eyes are heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6, 9:07 a.m., detention center, visitors room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal.
Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning.
Good morning. She looks so tired.
Are you gonna be my attorney?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Yeah, sure. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up.
Really?
Whoa! Did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. Attorney badge. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it?
No, no one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office. You looked at me like I'd done it.
Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought...
It's okay. I understand. And I also heard about you.
Heard? Heard what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court.
Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while.
So he crashed and burned?
He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience.
Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know where to go to if I ever get in trouble now.
I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. Fuck off. That is, unless you want to be found guilty.
That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you.
No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. I think of the person who did this to Mia.
I know.
How about you? There's something I've been waiting to ask you.
Yes?
What's with that outfit?
Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say.
Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do?
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training.
Spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Talk about spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte. Medium in training.
That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world.
Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too?
Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers are first class too.
I had no idea. Wait.
What?
So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that?
Yes. In training.
Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her.
I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level.
I thought that'd be too easy. About the day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Yes. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence?
Yes. The clock shaped like the thinker.
The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice?
Her own voice?
Yes. I'm pretty sure her conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it?
Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things.
Give me your cell phone. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on the cell phone. Let's hear it.
Right. Oh, I just remembered. The detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it.
I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay?
Sure, thanks. Maya's memo.
A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone.
Huh? Something the matter?
I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should contact him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think I can go and ask him to represent me?
Yeah, sure. Sure, why not? I'll go ask.
Thank you so much! I have no one else to turn to.
Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me.
Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
What? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What if this guy refuses?
They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me.
How will that happen?
They're giving me until 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Let's move. Grossberg Law Offices. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. Wait, what time is it? Oh well. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. It's a pretty good office. Guess I'll just have to come back later. Can I look at stuff? That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either for that matter. And I think there's really nothing here. So we shall move to the law offices. September 6th, Fay & Co. Law Offices. What time is it? The office is filled with police officers. They've all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal! No trespassing! Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right. At your service. Hang on! That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal! Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick! Get over here! Yes, sir! Be right there! You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Whew. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Let's talk. Mia, about Miss Fay. Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. Time of death, September 5th at 9 p.m. Cause, single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. About Maya. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Aw, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back-alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Alright, is there anything to examine? No, not really. Go back to the law office. Nothing here. Well then, let's go back to the detention center.
Hey! What is it? Did you meet the lawyer?
Sorry. I haven't seen him yet.
I see.
I better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. Now let's move. And still not here. Of course not. Oh, then let's just take a little look around. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. No clues here. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. Don't look like they've ever been read. Anything over here? A table for clients. Elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here has got money to burn. Where is this lawyer? Oh well, we'll just have to keep looking, I guess. Nothing here. Back here. Nothing. Well, let's present stuff. I was wondering, why is the comments on the PS4 just stopped? I don't know. Do you know about this? The statue? That's the murder weapon. Huh? He thinks the clock is just a statue too. I'm starting to wish I'd never seen this thing. Alright. I was wondering, did you see my FA's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure! I mean, wait a second, pal! Tricky lawyer! Uh-oh. He's on to me. Let's tell him straight. I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone had a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. The cell phone was all the little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite a detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here. You can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all, since you didn't notice the recorded conversation. And what do you know? The cell phone's mine. Check the call record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait! One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Yes, Bear. Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name, Miss May, huh? So you sent her home already then? Aha! You're trying your lawyerly tactics on me now. She's not to go outside the room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way. Guess I should know better than to try and get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Alright, to the hour mark. Alright, so, this is a pretty good little info. I like this game. I like this so far. So, when we get back, we're going to go have a talk with Miss May over at the hotel across the street and ask her why indeed she called the police when I was the one in there. But till then, Sky/Mike signing off. If you venture to a casino, don't deal with the devil. Let's jump on to some SSW.